with another video from my channel, Between Pages and Places. We're officially at the final stretch of the year, which means I really want to do the end of the year book tag where I kind of go over all the goals I've made and if I've reached them or not. So before we get started, please like, subscribe, and comment down below for this video or any other videos I've previously made. So let's get into it. Okay, number one, is there a book that you started that you will still need to finish by the end of the year? I wouldn't say, actually, yes. I changed my mind. Yes. Recently, I read The Maid by Nina Prose, and I loved it. I did not have the sequel in my hand when I was reading it or when I finished it, which is The Mystery Guest, and that recently came out, and I would like to read that just so that I have like the first two in her series or duology. If it's a duology, I have it finished for the end of the year. So yes, The Mystery Guest by Nina Prose is the book I personally need to finish for the end of the year. Number two, do you have an autonomous book to transition to the end of the year? Technically, I already am at the end of the year. It's December. There's like, I think 2 weeks left before we're in January. So I wouldn't say so. I mean, most of my books are wrapped, which makes answering this question kind of hard because I don't know what books I'll be picking up as I pick them. But I guess if I had to, I would have picked something like The September House by Carissa Orlando, just because it's horror and, you know, Halloween happens in the fall, so it does have like creepy vibes, but I wouldn't necessarily say I may get to this, but if I had to choose, I'd pick this book. Number three, is there a new release you're still waiting for? I feel like there's some for this particular year. The release I really was waiting for was The Mystery Guest by Nina Prose. And still I'm very excited to read it because I did finish the first one and it was very good, and I'm kind of very curious to see where it goes later in a different book, just because I feel like the first one was a nice perfect finish. So I'm like, is it just like the same character in a different story, or is it like a continuation? So that was the one I was most anticipated, which did recently come out. Number four, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? If I had to choose, because again, all my books are wrapped, so I feel like this is a hard thing to do because it's like, I don't even know if I'll get there. But if I had to choose, or maybe I will, maybe like the last week after this countdown, I'll be like, okay, now it's time to read 3 books I really want. If I had to choose, I would of course pick The Mystery Guest because I want to finish it. The Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab because I love this world and I want to see where it progresses. And the sequel to The Crescent City because I know the third one comes out in January and I really need to read that sequel, but it's extremely long, so I don't even know if I'd be able to finish. But yeah, The Crescent City sequel by Sarah J. Maas, just because this third one comes out next month. Number 5 would be, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? The book that did shock me, that I read recently, like super recently, that is very possible to become my favorite of the year, is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I was totally against reading this book. My friend kept pushing me, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, it just doesn't appeal to me. I read the synopsis. I was like, no, not for me. And then she like picked it out for me, where I was like, okay, I guess you picked it out for me, so I guess I have to read this now. But I ended up loving it. Oh my god, 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. It was so quick. The dialogue, the writing style was so easy to follow. The audiobook was amazing. I'm so upset at myself for not having read it sooner. And it almost makes me want to read like all her other books, because all her other books as good as this, because if they are, I want to read them. So definitely that one was a shot for me. Number 6, have you already started making reading plans for 2024? Yes, I would like to finish a lot of the series I have. I would like to kind of unhaul a bunch of the books that are wrapped that I don't think I want to read anymore. Of course, that involves unwrapping them, so that's really for like when I move, you know, I'll unwrap them. I want to reach like 75 and see how that goes. But yeah, like those are the main goals I have right now. A lot of it is just, you know, make sure to read as much as humanly possible. And that is the end of your book tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your goals or your favorite books down below, and I'll see if I want to add them to my TBR that's ever growing, never changing. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you soon with another video.